What is up, everyone? It is Brad here, and welcome to episode number 71 of Ask Brick. Ask Brick is my Q&A show here on YouTube and across all my social media platforms where you guys ask me questions down in the comments below across any of my videos using that hashtag AskBrick. The questions can be about, Lego, my life, or literally anything at all, and then I will answer them up here on an Ask Brick style of video. I am very excited because we've got lots of really great questions to get into today, and I just cannot wait to dive right into it. So before we get started, I actually want to address the elephant in the room. I just want to let you guys know that I'm having a weird thing going on with my eyes today. They're a little bit sensitive to light, and obviously I've got a lot of lights around me right now. I tried to film this video a few times, but I wasn't able to film for very long before I had to pause, and my eyes were watering and stuff like that. So I just thought I'd throw in the sunglasses on and just be able to film this episode with them on. So no, I'm not trying to do it to look cool or look like Casey Neistat or anything. It's just because for some reason I'm having a weird sensitivity today, and I just want to be able to get through this video anyway. So that is that. Let's get right into the questions for this video. So the very first one is from Islands Pokemon 9958. Ask Brick, what is your favorite gift with purchase Lego set? So this one's actually a pretty tough one because I think Lego over the years has actually released so many really good gift with purchases, and it's going to be really hard to try and narrow it down. However, a majority of my favorite gift with purchases are actually on the shelves right here behind me. So let's take a little bit of a tour of some of the past gift with purchases and see if I'm able to narrow it down even just a little bit. So like I said, a bunch of the sets on these shelves are gift with purchases. You can see as I just scroll over here. As of gift with purchases from this year, I do think that this moving van is definitely one of my favorites just because I just think Lego did such a good job with it. I've moved a lot with my Lego, so it was really fun to see. I also back in the day really loved this gift with purchase here, which was like the 60 years of the Lego brick set because it's got so many different things. These minifigures are always fun, but for me, gift with purchases are better when they are actual Lego sets. I love this gift with purchase here too from the Adidas line. I think that one was really cool, although it probably could have been built a little bit better. I really love this hot rod here. I think it's got so much detail and so much design work. I don't even remember what year that was from, but I always thought it was really neat. This Lego store was a really great gift with purchase as well. It is so large and so detailed, and I think that one was neat. And then there's even this smaller gift with purchase next beside it, which was a VIP one from back in the day. Of course, I'll always be a fan of the Amelia Earhart one, which is really neat. This one's, I love the history and the idea behind that, so I'm really glad Lego included something like that, and I think Lego's doing more of those history ones. There's one coming up in next week or so, and then there's a few others that have been done in recent years, some that I haven't even built yet. In terms of gift with purchases that I don't like, this Pirate Island is definitely one of them. And I actually have a bunch of gift with purchases down here as well that I haven't even built yet, so I don't think it'd be really fair to review them, but one of the ones that I am really excited for is this Jane Goodall one, which again is kind of like one of those history ones, and I'm really excited for the Galileo one that's coming next week. So yeah, it's actually really hard for me to give you one solid and one standard of my favorite gift with purchase, but those are a few of my favorite ones so far. This next question here is from Tyrus. Ask Brick, how did you afford so much Lego while you were working at the Lego store? And honestly, the answer to this question is kind of in the question. It's because I was working at the Lego store. So I've talked about this before, but when I worked at the Lego store, I was really lucky to have been able to get a pretty substantial discount on Lego products while I was there. For those of you who may not know, it is 50% off Lego sets after you've worked there for at least 3 months. So while I worked at the Lego store, I was basically getting 50% off everything, which allowed me to pretty much buy a lot of Lego. I honestly was buying more Lego those years than I even normally would have. Not only was I able to get double the amount of Lego for the money that I would have spent, but because I was getting it at such a substantial discount, I ended up spending way more money on Lego that year than I probably would have had I had to pay full price for things. We were able to get, up to $3,500, I think, in 50% off Lego. So realistically that year, I was pretty much able to buy $7,000 worth of Lego sets for only $3,500. So it was a very, very good deal. And that's basically why I was buying so much Lego while I worked there, just because it felt like it was too cheap to pass up and too cheap not to buy those sets and stuff like that. So yeah, my Lego collection really, really expanded that year. And it also helped that I was getting paid to work at the store. Like I forgot that part. Like I had a job. I was getting paid to work at the store, so I had spending money, and a lot of that money just went right back to the store, especially with the discount. So how I afforded that much Lego while I worked there was because A, they paid me, and B, they gave a very, very good discount. The next question here is from Downshift25. Ask Brick, my Lego store doesn't let me get just minifigure parts in the build a minifigure section. Why? So what they're referring to here is instead of getting like 5 different parts, whether they be 5 accessories, 5 torsos, 5 pants, whatever that might be, their LEGO store probably only lets them get official LEGO minifigures, which are like 1 pants, 1 torso, 1 hair, 1 hat, and 1 accessory. So the reason being for this is A, it's either not an official LEGO store, it's more like a Legoland or something like that. I know they're a lot stricter there than they are at the LEGO store. Or B, even if it is an official LEGO store, some stores just don't let you do it. You know, some stores do let you do it because it is technically the rules that you're only supposed to get the minifigure parts, but some stores let you do it because they just don't care. The management is kind of chill, but then some stores, obviously, that's not the case. So it kind of sounds like here that your store wasn't the case. I know when I was a LEGO store employee, I never looked. I didn't even look to see if they even got 15 parts. It could have had 20 in there. I don't know. I never looked. I feel like most people don't look. They're not going to spend the time to count, but you might get some more, I would say, anal LEGO store employees or more strict management that do count and then they do look. So my best bet for you would be, if you want to do that, don't ask them if you can do it. Just go and fill your minifigure thing, you build a blister pack, and see if they say anything when you cash out. Odds are they're not going to look or anything like that, but if you ask them if you can do it and they say no, then you're done. You can't do it because now they're not going to let you. But if you just go ahead and do it and then get to the cash and they like happen to notice and they say you can't do this, you go, oh, geez, I'm so sorry, I didn't know that. Odds are they're not going to make you go put the LEGO minifigure parts back or something like that. They might. They could very well might. I know I personally wouldn't. I would just ignore it if I were them. But it's hard if there's a manager, that's something that store is particularly watching. But I would say for the best case scenario, just like don't ask and just do it. But it's a shame. Yeah, I mean, like technically the LEGO stores probably aren't supposed to let you do what I've done and stuff like that. But like, I would just try your luck at it, and if they don't let you, unfortunately, they don't let you, but that's weird. Most LEGO stores, I feel, don't care enough. This next question here is from SFS Tips. Ask Brick, do you plan on doing another Will These LEGO Seaplanes Float video? So a few years ago now, I did my first ever Will These LEGO Seaplanes Float. I had a really great time testing a bunch of the seaplanes that are in my collection over here. But I probably won't be doing another seaplane video anytime soon just because I don't really have any new seaplanes. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to make another Will It Float seaplanes video because I had so much fun testing some of these seaplanes earlier, but unlike all of the other planes that I have, or like the dozens of LEGO boats, I unfortunately just don't have a lot of seaplanes, and LEGO doesn't really make a lot of seaplanes very often. I think like these ones are both several years old, and I just acquired them like more recently, but even though they're very, very old. So I guess if LEGO does make more seaplanes, like as many planes as they make, or as many LEGO boats as they make, I would love to make more videos. But realistically, until LEGO starts making more of the seaplane products, I just unfortunately have no more to test out, unless I go even farther back than the ones that I just showed you now, just because LEGO doesn't make enough to test. They make several different boats every year, so there's like always new things to test, but seaplanes are a lot more scarce, unfortunately. But I would love to. I'm not ruling it out. I would love to eventually do that again someday. This next question is from Tom_L. Ask Brick, do you know if there are any LEGO conventions in Toronto? I've never been to a LEGO convention, but I would love to go to one. And yes, there actually is LEGO conventions in Toronto. There used to be BrickFest, which was a Toronto-based LEGO convention that has been, I guess, closed for a few years now, but the newest one, which is like the premier LEGO convention here in Toronto, is actually called Bricks in the Six. So they've had 2 years now, one in 2019 and then one in 2023. Obviously, you know why they couldn't have it the last few years, but they've had 2 over the course of the 5 years, which has been really exciting. It is a very, very good convention. If you go back to my channel in like July and August, you would be able to find a lot of videos from my time at Bricks in the Six. I included a full vlog as well as a full convention tour, a haul, and a bunch of other things. Like, it was a very, very good convention to go to, especially if it's your first one. It's obviously a much smaller scale than anything like Brick World or something like that. It's local to Toronto. This year it took place in Mississauga. The previous year it took place right downtown, so it would be very good if they had it again. I personally loved it downtown because it was way faster for me to commute there. But yeah, it's a very great convention. It's called Bricks in the Six. It happens every year. I'm not sure. I think they might not do it in the summer next year from what I've heard so far, just to try and get some of the people who are traveling in the summer to come in a different time of the year. But yeah, Bricks in the Six, definitely follow them on Instagram, check out their website, follow them on Facebook, all that good stuff, because you are not going to want to miss that LEGO convention. It's a really good one. You can either go as a public attendee just on the Saturday or the Sunday, or you could go as a full AFOL experience throughout the 4 days. So that's totally up to you. But yeah, there is a LEGO convention in Toronto, so definitely make sure you check it out. This next one here is a common question that I get across all of my LEGO videos anytime I do anything about sorting, and that is, what LEGO sorting systems do you use? So I'm actually in the progress of sorting my LEGO collection right now, but here is what it looks like. It's a little bit empty because a lot of the trays are out because of their sorting, but I do use a variety of different bins. So these ones here, I don't know if the brand is right here. Oh, it's like there. That's the brand there. It's just like some random thing that you probably get from Walmart. I think it's in Canada and the US, but I use a few of these. These are great for storing larger parts. These ones here, which is what everybody wants to know about because these are the most exciting ones. These are called Pappy Max storage bins. So they're not official LEGO, but they were pretty much designed for LEGO. As you guys can see, they came with dividers as well. So that was what makes them so good for LEGO. They're very modular. So you can have all the dividers in like I've got here, or I even customized a bunch of my dividers as well. So I was able to fit more pieces throughout. So I did a brand deal with Pappy Max several years ago now. That's how I got all of these storage solutions. So it has been so helpful to have over the years. I absolutely love them. I still use them to this day, and that's why I'm so excited to make that video with them. And I've just been working on resorting all of these into my LEGO collection recently. That's why a lot of these are still on the ground here, just because I'm going to reorganize how it looks, and that's why it's so empty. Other storage bins I use are these ones here. These are like just craft ones. You can probably get them at like Michael's or Joann's and stuff like that. These just contain all of my LEGO bricks in all the colors, and I have one, this is like a 12 by 12 size, and then this one here is a little bit of a smaller size, still the same depth, but a little bit less of weight, so I use those ones here, and I think this is just, yep, another brand. The Gracious Living brand, another one of these drawers here, and I think I even have a third one down there. But I just use a variety of things. I even have like some fast food containers here and like Ziploc bags and stuff. I try and maximize the most of my LEGO storage that I can, but the Pappy Max are probably the ones that everybody wants to know more about, and that's the one you're asking about here. But as you can see, I still have a lot of other solutions as well. Alright, so the very last question today is from Rula2020, and this question was actually asked on my recent LEGO room tour video. Ask Brick, where is the LEGO Roman Colosseum set that you reviewed a few years ago? I don't see it in your room tour. And that is correct. You are very, very observant. I just uploaded the room tour video here on my channel where everybody got to see my LEGO room, and one of the sets that you'll notice missing from that is the Roman Colosseum, and the easy answer to that is because it's not in my LEGO room. I actually keep it in my living room. So I've shown a little bit of this in the past, but I actually have my Roman Colosseum out here in my living room. When I initially bought this set, it was the most expensive LEGO set I had ever purchased, and of course the largest, so I decided I wanted it to be a little bit more prominent on display. I wanted to be able to share this with friends and family as well. You guys know I don't really share my LEGO hobby with my friends and stuff like that, so having this Roman Colosseum out there was just a chance for me to be able to look at the set in more detail. Like, it's so expensive. It's such a great fixture in my home. I do have a couple other LEGO sets as well, just kind of spaced around here, but this is the one that I got a custom table for. That I made sure that when I was planning this living room space, I had room for this table and where I could include kind of my LEGO here in the Roman Colosseum. So very, very excited to have this one. Love having it on display in my living room. And yeah, the short answer is I just keep it out here because I wanted everyone to be able to enjoy it and not just me. Hopefully someday soon I'll be able to share all my LEGO with my friends and stuff like that, but guys, we're still not there yet. Hopefully someday, just not quite yet. Anyway, you guys, that is all the questions that I actually have for today's episode of Ask Brick. Thank you to everybody who asked a question today, and I was able to answer it, of course. And if you have asked a question recently that I haven't had a chance to answer or I didn't answer today, that is okay because I will be answering it very, very soon. Thank you again so much for watching, you guys. Thank you for bearing with me where I wore these sunglasses today. Hopefully my eyes will be back to normal soon. I don't like wearing these. It doesn't look cool, and I feel like it tries to make me look cool, which is not the vibe I'm going for. I wish you guys would be able to see my face, but like you guys can see, it's just my eyes are getting a little messy in this episode. So that's why I'm wearing the sunglasses today. So thank you guys for bearing with me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. And I'm looking forward to seeing you here in the next video.